the Bunker today, we have Henika, or Henika. Sorry, can you please correct me with the pronunciation?
Henika.
But your real name is Henrietta. Welcome,
right.
Henrietta. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your background? You're from Slovakia originally.
Yes.
Moved to New Zealand when you were 8.
Yes.
I'm answering it for you. and then tell us a little bit about when you got into music.
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 11 years old, and it was just like, school lessons, and it was just for fun. But then I kind of discovered Jimi Hendrix when I was 15. I was like, oh my God.
It was all over.
This is, I've got to do this. And then I discovered jazz, and then I started playing bass, and I went to uni to study jazz performance. And I kind of set out to be, a musician, not necessarily a songwriter, just someone who played for a living, and that's what I did. I played in a lot of different kinds of bands, jazz, rock, blues, all kinds of genres. But I never really wrote my own music until I went and lived in the States for a couple of years.
Was it your fascination with jazz and blues that led you to the States?
Yeah. I mean, it was, that's where the music came from, and it's kind of like, going to the source.
Yeah.
And while I was there, I managed to find an amazing jazz bass player called Richard Davis, who's, played it with Van Morrison, and he's played with, Sarah Vaughan and all these, great people. And he took me under his wing, and he decided to teach me bass, and that was another turning point for me when I thought, wow, this guy's got so much dedication, he works so hard, and this is what it takes, you know. And I also started playing in another band, like a Americana kind of alternative, weird kind of country band called The Sills, where I first got a taste for being in the front of the band, because I've always been an accompanist, I've played the bass, I played the guitar, but I was never in the front of the band singing or anything like that. That was my first sort of experience with that, and one of the best moments with that was when we played the Steel Bridge Song Festival, which is up in Door County, up in Wisconsin, and that's when I had my singing debut, and Jackson Browne was in the audience, and it was one of the most sort of nerve-wracking experiences, but it was amazing, but that was a baptism of fire, it's like, okay, I can do this now. And so I decided, I'm just going to try and do everything myself, see if I can actually pull it off, and that's what this project is. That's where it came from. Little star, take